series of many, hopefully thousands of Build Wealth Wednesdays. My name is Judy V, and I am a award-winning entrepreneur, international bestseller and speaker, but most importantly, I am deeply passionate about empowering millions of people to understand and believe that they deserve the freedom that wealth brings, which is really the topic of today. So, who am I? What am I? Who am I to speak to you about wealth? Well, as luck would have it, I was born into a pretty dysfunctional family, and I didn't have the opportunity to get to school, so I pretty much educated myself, which meant in a nutshell that I actually got to choose what I studied. I got to choose what I chose topics that I loved, and they're the topics I focused on. I didn't have to have a curriculum. I didn't have to learn a curriculum like going to school. And as as luck would have it, what appealed to me as a child growing up was everything around money, everything around finance, everything around business, economics, what made the world go round, and all of that type of stuff. And so I grew up not having the money blocks that so many people have. So many people have learned these money block behaviors through life, from early childhood and through schooling and teens, and so they got into the work environment and stuff. I never had that, but I did have other issues. Trust me, I had plenty of issues, and the issues that I had were when as I grew up and I was making a living for myself, and I was working and living life, carrying the baggage that I had from my childhood. I had this belief that I didn't deserve to live. Okay, and it came from my childhood and the dysfunctional family I was with. But I had this belief I didn't deserve to live, and this created a crazy lifestyle for myself. It really did, and it led to pretty dramatic outcome. I took some overdoses, and fortunately didn't pass away as a result of them. But I took some overdoses out of despair and internal agony, and this living with this belief that I didn't deserve to live, and trying to justify I did deserve to live. As you can imagine, it created chaos, right? So which led to this chaotic result of taking overdoses. And anyway, be that as it may, I'll never forget, and this is the really important point I want to get to, I will never forget waking up after that last overdose I took, and having this incredible epiphany. In that moment, having it was in that moment, I remember almost like I saw color for the first time ever. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely love pink. I think it's just like the vibrancy of the color. It's that moment I remember first time noticing color, and it was a massive epiphany I had as I realized that my belief that had been driving my life to that point was not mine. It was not my belief. It was the belief that I had been told. It was something I had been told over and over and over again in my dysfunctional family, and it wasn't mine. So in that moment, I let it go because it wasn't supporting me. It was a lie. And then that is what drives so many people, are beliefs that we have taken on, that 99% of them are not even ours. And it drives the way we think, it drives how we act, it drives the results that we get in life. And that is why it impacts our ability to grow wealth, because wealth is a matter, the extent of which you have wealth is the extent you have self-worth, and vice versa. If you've got high self-worth, you'll have high net worth. Okay, and if we are drowning and suffocating in amongst chains of limitations and unsupportive beliefs, well, we're not going to have a high level of self-worth. We're not going to have a high level of net worth. And I believe that is what holds people back. It really holds people back from having the freedom that they deserve with the wealth that wealth brings. You deserve the freedom that wealth brings. You deserve the freedom to live the life that you have a vision for. Now, why do I say that? Why do I say that we all deserve to have the wealth that we have a vision for? Or we all deserve to have the freedom that wealth brings? Or that we all deserve to have the freedom to live our life purpose? Why do I say that? And I say it with such conviction, certainty, and absolute confidence that that is the case. Because then you tell me why. Why would we have a vision? Where would that vision come from? Why would the universe give us that vision? A clarity of what it is that we know in our heart we would love, if we didn't have all the tools that we needed to create it. Why? That is not the way the world works. The universe is not this big, massive, ugly monster. That, what you could call the universe, you can call it God, you can call it spirituality, you can call it whatever you like. But there's no ways you will have a vision for what it is you would love your life to be if you cannot and do not have all the tools to create it. The only thing that stops us are the beliefs, the experiences that we have, and the meaning we apply to those experiences as we're growing up. Okay? That is what stops us. That's what limits us. That's what puts a heavy weight, a heavy weight on our shoulders, suppressing us, pushing us down. And we live this life constantly combating that pushing down while we're trying to rise up. We've got this weight pushing us down, and these are injected belief systems that we've taken on board. And these are essentially the beliefs that we've taken on board, but also the meaning that we've applied to the experiences and also the challenges that we've had over time. Okay, and that is what creates this conflicted state that we find ourselves in, where we actually, so many of us feel that we don't deserve, when the truth is we do deserve it. And you do deserve the freedom that wealth brings. You deserve the freedom to live your life purpose, to live the vision that you have for your life. And you deserve to have the wealth that will support that will give you that will support that life for you. That's a birthright. If you listen to Wallace Wattles, for example, in The Science of Getting Rich, as he says, it's your divine right to have riches. Okay, and here's the thing: when we talk about wealth, we're not talking about money. Money is the result of wealth. But wealth is a state of being. It's a way of living. Wealth means everything. It encompasses all areas of life. And here's another thing. Any area of life you're not empowered, you will be overpowered. Okay, think about that. Any area of life you're not empowered, you will be overpowered. And if you're not empowered financially, you're not empowered in life. You absolutely cannot be empowered in life. Now, I know a lot of people who say that money's the root of all evil and all that type of thing. We'll address that going forward in these Wealth Building Wednesdays, I promise you, or Build Wealth Wednesdays. We will deal with all of that going forward. But people who believe that money is evil, or being the rich people are nasty, or being rich is not great, or whatever it is, the fact is, you cannot be empowered in life if you're not financially empowered, because of all your time and space in your head, your very existence day to day is focused on ensuring that you can meet ends meet, that you can meet your month end, that you have enough money at the end of the month to cover everything that your basic needs. That when you're living like that, that's not financial empowerment, and that is that is contraction. It's what I call contraction, because you have no headspace. You've no time and space in life to explore all the other areas of life to be an expansive version of who you already are. Because all of our focus is on ensuring that we're exchanging time for money in the race to make sure that we have enough at the end of every month. Now, here's the thing. 90% of the population, 90% of the world, of the certainly of the world, the countries in the world that we have, where we have a workforce, right, do not have enough cash or resources or resilience to sustain more than a month, 2 months, at most 3 months of not exchanging time for money. That's not financial empowerment. Financial empowerment comes when you know that you have the resources for a substantial amount of time, that if you do not have work, if you are not bringing in money, you do not have to worry at the end of that month, at the end of the next month. You know you have time and space to create wealth, create finances, create the resources that you need in order to meet your requirements. Okay, that is what financial empowerment means. The extent of which you are financially empowered will vary from person to person. One person's 100,000 will be another person's 10 million. One person's 20,000 will be another person's 500,000. It's completely unique. That what I call our number. What our number is. It's unique to each and every one of us as our fingerprints are. It is no judgment. It's not good. It's not bad. It doesn't matter whether your number is 10 million or 200,000. It doesn't matter, because whatever it is, that is the wealth that you require in order to the wealth, the money wealth I'm talking about, that you require in order to live your life of purpose. This is your life, your path in this lifetime, to be, do, and have what you were put here to be, do, and have. Okay, and that is the journey that we're going to go on, wealth building, to have the freedom that we deserve. And that is what this Facebook Live is going to be about every week, right here in Judy V, in the Facebook page Judy V. What's what we're going to be exploring: wealth building, building wealth Wednesdays. How you deserve the freedom that wealth brings. You deserve the freedom to live the life that you have a vision for. Because why would you have a vision if you did not deserve it? Why would the universe, why would God, why would whatever the higher being is for you, why would you have that vision if you did not deserve it? Okay, I want you to think about that. I want to leave you with that for this week. If you have a vision for what it is you would love, if you can see yourself having, being, doing, whatever it is that's in your mind, you deserve it, and that's what you were put here to be, do, and have. Therefore, you have the skills, you have everything within you to be able to do it, and you deserve the wealth in order to allow you to create that. We just need to knock off some of the awful beliefs that are not supportive, some of the awful blocks that we have, that we carry with us, that end up like weights and chains around us, drowning us. Is like what I say, we're Houdini'd into these chains that we become encased with, drowning, feeling like we're drowning, gasping for air. We're going to be shedding all of that and creating the freedom that we would love. All right, I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll catch you here next week. If you really love it, give me a thumbs up. And also, if you know of other people who are struggling financially, struggling in life, battling with challenges, because the perfection of life is that whatever we're experiencing, we just need to reframe it. We just need to see it from a different angle. I'm going to help you with that. That is what I'm going to help you with. If your life is in conflict, why is it conflict? We'll explore that. We'll unpack that, because what is happening is you're not living congruently to what it is that your life purpose is. So life is throwing you challenges, and that is where we need to reframe the meaning that we apply to those challenges. So if you know anybody that's experiencing any of this, share this with them and let them come on this journey with us, so they can also start shedding these chains, so we can all powerfully step into and be the people and live the life to our the fullest extent of our potential, and make a change in this life, create a wave of change in this life, where we create a society of empowerment. Okay, I'll love and leave you. Take care, and I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.